Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is the brother Yahawah, giving all praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, double honors to the elders, satis to the brothers doing the work, and get the sisters out there as well. So, as you see, this big thing is going on for a while uh, with the high value men, the sisters, especially the southern tribe of Israel, they really bugging out. I know you see, pages on YouTube like Kevin Samuels, how he will get on the sisters. I watch his videos. I haven't been watching it lately, but he brings out a lot of certain great points. I don't agree everything 100% he says, but majority I do agree. I'll probably say like 90 something percent. I agree with Kevin Samuels. Um, there's other uh, pages out there on YouTube. What is this guy's name? O'Shea Do Jackson. There's poor man, poor man something. Forgive me. Then you have what's her name? Pink's Lessons book, something like that. You have Jay the Black. You have it's just so many out there, and you see what these women out there trying to look for a man, a high value man, but what are they bringing to the table? The brother Hebrew Gorilla for Sakari, he did a live thing on the Clubhouse. I think it was like last week or something like that, and a lot of brothers touched on it, same as sisters as well. It was very beautiful, and things like that. And as a spiritual, going to the scriptures of, was a high value man and woman and things like that. So it was on point, But as you see, you got these women out here, and it's a lot of them, like Instagram models, and these women out here talking about, if you don't have a car, don't text me. If you don't got your own place, don't call me. If you don't got a high paying job, I don't want to deal with you. Don't come at me. Anything like that. But who the hell are you? What are you offering to the table? What are you offering to the table? But he's gonna just because you're good looking. I mean, you're not a cook. Are you obedient? Are you gonna take care of the house? This thing is going. This is crazy out there. Like it was a thing on Jimmy Fox saying it's not worth getting married. It's not. It's not. You start seeing female celebrities, thirsting for younger dudes. They're getting their boob jobs, their butt jobs, butt lifts, and like they're really thirsty, and it's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad, and I'm not saying don't happen, in the northern tribe, but you see a lot in the southern tribe. These sisters are really bugging out. And you see a lot of women these days are killing their men, their baby fathers, or their husbands. I mean, you're seeing a lot of things that's going on right now, and it's crazy. It's sad to see these things. It really is, because you have to, like for me, for instance, right? I don't got a woman. I was in a toxic relationship. I've been single for like over a year, and sometimes you gotta give yourself a break. You gotta give yourself, being away, from the toxic relationships, and I just had to just leave her alone. But I'm ready to, want to date again. I want to deal with a woman. I'm bad looking dude. I think I'm a good looking dude. I got a good job. I'm smart. I'm into the Lord. I have my own vehicle. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You have your own vehicle or not. But I'm well independent. I can cook. I clean. If If the Most High don't want me to deal with a woman, then I guess I had to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But you see, a lot of men are more happy being single. And that's weird. You see a lot of men that's being single. Like, I don't mind dealing with a woman. I don't want a woman living with me or live with a woman. It's like we could date and things like that. But you have your own place and I have my own place. And if we decide to be intimate in the bed, with sleep, then of course according to the scriptures, you gotta stay with that woman, and things like that. And uh, uh this is what it is. You have to. You cannot sleep with a woman then push it aside. You can't do that. That's unlawful. Okay, that's unlawful. All right, but it's sad to see these women. Okay, that's just really bugging out, man. They're really, really bugging out, and you got especially the woman that's not even good looking got the nerve, the audacity to to give orders like what they want, what they don't have. Are you serious? Are you serious? Nah. You women out there, you bugging. You really bugging out there. You really wilding out. You know. So I'm gonna give a couple some scriptures. You know. Um, Now you have women out there. Now there's good women out there. Not saying you got Israelite sisters, that are obedient. They do what they supposed to do at home. You know, take care of the children, take care of the house, clean, not gossiping and things like that. You know. So I want to give a scripture with Job, the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 9. And Job, he was a very servant to the Most High, and that will be the scripture, the book of Job, chapter 2, and go straight to the point, verse 9. It says, matter of fact, let's go up a little bit because the Most High had made like a bet with Satan, and things like that. Let you know that Job was a faithful servant, you know. So I'm going to read up to chapter 2, verse 1 and read on down. Again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came into the presence themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From when going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But pull forth thy hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but to save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. So right now, the Most High may deal with like telling Satan, see, you can turn him out, you know. And he said, I will, but you can't kill him. You can't, He's like, all right. So Satan did put, curses on him, boils on him, and things like that, to keep reading. So went Satan forth to the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown, from his feet all the way to the top of his head. Okay. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. So he had so much, he was scraping it off, there was like a pile that he sit on. Okay, that's how much that he had on him. Then said his wife, his Job's wife, unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse God and die. Why would a woman would tell you to curse God and die? No, your woman was supposed to comfort you, to keep you comfortable, you know, to make sure that the come the best as you can, you know. That's a woman's job, not to get mad and say, "Oh, deal with this, curse God and just die," get it over with. But he said unto her, "Thou speakest as one of the foolish woman. Speakest what? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? But all this did not Job sin with his lips." Okay, so that was his wife. Okay, call his wife foolish. Call his wife foolish. You're a foolish female. You're a foolish woman. All right, you're a foolish woman, and that's what he called her foolish. All right, so we got to be like Job, upright, with a woman or without a woman. He had a wife, but his wife was just a foolish woman. All right, let me go post a couple scriptures down, and let's go to Jeremiah 31:22. Okay, the book of Jeremiah, chapter. Now, before I go into the scriptures, now you see, now we talk about the high value man, and what the women want for a high value man, if they get a high value man, or they don't want to say do with scrubs, guys who's making less than 60, 50, 40,000 a year, and things like that. So now in today's world, you have the woman that want to be the man. They want to be the man, and you see that a lot in a lot of these videos, a lot of these pages I told you, what's on YouTube. You see the woman downgrading the man, down the man, talking down to the man. You know, that they're wearing the pants, things like that, and a lot of these things is happening right now. The woman is so-called running these things. They're coming more like upper management, CEOs. So are they getting their education? They're getting their degrees, and they feel like they don't need a man. They feel like they don't need a scrub. They feel like they don't need an average Joe guy. They feel like they don't need an average Joe guy or need a man. Period. Okay. Now you got these lesbians. You know, uh, they are running things. You know, uh, it's just everything is just turning upside down. It's the reversal. The roles are being reversed. You got the roles that are being reversed now. You know, and it's happening right now. It's happening right now as we speak. Okay. This book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, all thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So when you have these women today, they will compass a man. And what it means by that is that the women, like you said, in jobs, okay, in jobs, there are more women managers and climbing up in the corporate world, because a lot of them's getting degrees, and the thing is also for them to lead the black man, what I'm saying, to be like, oh, we don't need you, okay, like we don't need you, and things like that, and this is what it separates, it creates conflict, it creates conflict, and you see in a lot of these relationships don't go well, they don't last long, you don't last long, That's why you see marriage that are, people get married and again divorced real quick. Now, like I said, there are good women out there, but the majority they're wilding out. So you have to also put yourself, like in a position like, well, I want to deal with this headache. Do I want to deal with, you know, this nonsense? Coming home, you know, there's nothing to eat. Oh, you give me tuna fish like a damn cat, you know. Uh, 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 why? Because they're out there, they working. Okay, they do what they gotta do. All right, they feel like they'll need you, whatever, you know. And then another thing you see out there too, you see a lot of females, they post things. It's social media. I mean, how people ain't so bright. Like their light is very, their light bulb is very dim. Now you see, I see a couple of these women. They will post this stuff on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, eat a meal for free with a simp," and they will go home, change, and go to another date, and the dude will pay the dinner and this and that. Now some of them been caught, some have been caught, you know, and stuff like that. There was another one. Um, there was a brother. He had paid for this girl's hotel, her flight, and things like that. Put up at a nice hotel for a couple of days, and I mean, when you pay for things like that, you expecting to get some. You know what I'm saying? You expecting to get some candy, and the girl was kind of fronting on the guy. The guy's gonna come over and this and that, and she was kind of, oh, we just did like for friends, right? This and that, and he was like, wait, what? I mean, I paid $1,000 for you. So what he did was he canceled the 2 days. Of there was like a couple more days that he had paid for the hotel. She got to leave the next day, and he had paid for a flight, a round trip, but he had canceled that round trip flight. So the female's broke. Okay, she's done. She's broke, and she on the way to get home. And she was texting him this and that, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not." That's what you gotta be with these women, man. And sometimes, I I disagree with certain things. I learned a lot from the elder Tahar, but I agree with him on certain things when it comes to the woman, man. And some women, like I said, not all women are like that. A lot of women are not like that. But I agree with certain things with Tahar, man. Even say the nigga woman, they really out of hand, man. They're really, really, really out of hand. Maybe the most I don't want to deal with a woman right now. I don't know. Maybe I want to deal with one right now because maybe to stay focused on the scriptures. Maybe once they stay focused on the scriptures. Try to be like Paul. Try to be a eunuch. I don't know how to be a eunuch. But hey, but it's all to the Most High. It's all to the Most High. All right, it's all to the Most High. So yeah, so you see a lot of women out there just capacity man. They're looking down on the man and things like that. That's the reversal roles. You got where I work at, got this big dyke. She's like 6'3", and I'm just like sloppy. Like you just notice that when a female becomes a dyke or ball, what do they call them? Their body comes like SpongeBob. They look like SpongeBob. They got like a square body like this. You notice that? They got like a square body like this. They breast is flat chested, and that's how they look, and that's weird. And that's the spirit of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. It's fucking weird, man. And part of my language is just weird, man. But yeah, but the scripture there, a woman will compass a man. And that's what's happening now. It's happening right now. Yeah, shocking. Excuse me. Now, when the Most High, he would say he will give you Matter of fact, let's go to that real quick. Let's say, let's read the scriptures, Now, if you read the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, it tells you about marriage and things like that. And I'm just gonna skim through it. Your brother and sister could read this yourself. The 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Now concerning the things thereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. So, you should not deal with a man. It's like you should not deal with a woman if she is married, and vice versa. A woman should not deal with a married man. Okay. Um, Let the husband render unto the wife due belovedness, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife. Okay, so it means right there is like, when you want sex, you not to be like, chill, Now I understand if the woman has her, her her thing, you know, but the law, it tells the woman's supposed to, when you read the book of Leviticus, it tells you that woman's supposed to stay other side the house, and everything that she touches has to be clean. Okay, she has to be clean, and things like that. But once your husband and wife, when I want some, I'm getting some. Okay, unless that she's sick or in that, or she's having a menstrual cycle. Okay, um, you you know with this right here, just read the whole chapter of chapter 7 is a very good scripture to read, and things and that things like that when it comes to marriage and other scriptures as well. I'm gonna get into that. So when I start seeing a lot of things on video like on YouTube, and you start seeing the women that like Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, she's an idiot, divorce that woman, saying just divorce her ass, man. Just leave her alone. You good. Leave her alone, man. She's teaching her daughters the same wickedness and things like that. And, as you see in YouTube as well, how the, the mothers is teaching their daughters how to become thoughts, become thoughts and, twerking and all this nonsense and things like that, And it's a shame. It's sad. It's sad. A woman, an old school mother will teach her daughter, will teach her daughter how to become a virtuous woman, and things like that. But not these days. These days are very, very, very different. There's a lot of wickedness and evil in this world. Everything's about how many, body counts a woman could have with a man, and that's like the big thing too as well. Um, like it's no morals. It's no morals. No morals. It's no morals. It's just it's sad. It's really sad. And when you have like I have daughters, and I tell them like, yo, to get a good man, you gotta do these things. If you can't do these things, you're not gonna get a good man. Point blank. All right, point blank. Okay, so like I said, it's the world that we're in right now. All right. I was getting on scripture. What was that? Ecclesiastes. My Bible still low. Okay, here we go. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman. I read again. I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, set traps, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleases God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So if you with the Most High, you're gonna escape from that woman. You're gonna escape from that woman. You don't want to deal with that woman. Because it's gonna give you a lot of heartaches and pains and even death. Like I see these things now, ex girlfriends, they shooting their boyfriends, ex boyfriends. Wives are shooting their husbands. I mean, like damn. I remember that. Now, understand if the man is abusing, you know, the wife or the ex-girl, the girlfriend, and then she got to protect herself by all means, you know. But just because I broke up with you, I want to deal with you, so I want to deal with another female, they're gonna kill you. They following you, there was one actor, forgot the brother's name, but he's being harassed by his ex-girlfriend. She sees front of his house, she's ordering pizza and doing all these things, and the brother don't want to deal with her no more. You don't want to deal with her no more. You have what's his name? Kevin Hart. Divorced his wife. He found a younger woman. Pretty. Think and his ex-wife is well off. She's got a couple $1 million. But she's sour. She's sour. Who else? Dr. Dre's wife. Sour. Because they're moving on with their lives. They don't want to deal with y'all. They don't want to deal with y'all no more. Why? Because they're tired of your shit. They're tired of your nonsense. They're tired of your BS. That's why they don't want to deal with you no more. That's why the divorce rate is going so high. People get married and next they get divorced like that. Real quick, like that, like it's nothing. So if you're dealing with a woman that has snares and traps in her heart and what will please the Most High, get away from her. Don't deal with her. Let her go. And if she decided to let you go, and you're a good dude, and it's gonna hurt, because we have feelings, we human, you know what I'm saying? But just let it go. You'd rather just better not deal with the nonsense, man. I had to break up my ex-girlfriend. And I've been with her for like almost 4 years. That's as long as I've been in a relationship. That's as long as I've been in a relationship. And I was tired of her just, don't get me wrong, she was good in certain things, like she would cook, she would clean, she was never insecure. She was faithful, she worked, things like that. She made sure I was good, and but it was certain things that I started to dislike. Her anger, her attitude, she wasn't keeping her finances, straight and things like that. She had it was like a motivation, things I wanted to do, and things like I didn't want to work no more for anybody. I want to try to start my own business, and she was perfect for it, and she got beside herself, and things led to another, and I just couldn't deal with no more. It's constantly arguing and constantly fighting, and all these things. So it wasn't healthy, and I had to let her go. And especially when I said I want to see other people, that's just she really, really bugged out. She jumped off the car when we was driving to work and things like that. So I I had to just brother stay away from females. That's crazy. Don't deal with them. I don't care how good they look, just don't deal with them. All right, just don't deal with them. All right, just don't deal with them. All right, let's go in the Apocrypha. Book Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26. Verse 1. It says, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. Okay, in peace. You want peace. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. Therefore, by three things that my heart feareth, and for the fourth I was so afraid, the slander of a city and gathering together of an unruly multitude of false accusation, all these are worse than death. But a grief of heart and a sorrow is a woman that is a jealous over another woman, and have scourge of the tongue which communicateth with awe. Now, there was a thing that just happened, and I think it was in Duke Duke Jackson's page. There was about ex-girlfriend was living with her ex-boyfriend and his current girlfriend's house. Don't know the whole story, why, whatever, but staying there. But she was currently living there, and I think there was drinking. It got nice, and the ex-wife asked her ex-boyfriend to give her a kiss, and he was like no, and he gave his girl a kiss, and she asked the current girlfriend, his current girlfriend asked for a kiss. She said no, and the ex-girlfriend, she went to believe they say went to the couch, got the gun, raised up, and shot the dude in his chest. First of all, why would you have your ex-girlfriend living with? I ain't gonna have my ex-girlfriend living with if I had a new girl. No, that's not happening. But the thing, I think he did it because they had a child together. Maybe he had sympathy and he had a child with her. So, but woman jealous of another woman, that look at the result. The dude end up dead. The dude ended up being dead, man. That's crazy. Keep reading. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro, that he have hold of her is as though he had held a scorpion. A drunken woman as a gather abroad causes great anger, and she would not cover her own shame. There's a lot of women like that won't cover their own shame. This is out there. That's what it is. It's out there. It's just like, okay, it is what it is. Hell with it. Hell with it. The whoredom of a woman may be known on her haughty looks and eyelids. You see that a lot right now. A lot of women out there that look very whorish. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in her straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. So if you read this whole, chapter, it's a very, very good chapter to read, especially when dealing with, women, and things like that. And these are the times that we in. We in the last days. So you're gonna see more things that's out of control. You're gonna see a lot of things that are misplaced, that's out of ordinance, and was contrary to the scriptures. Now, if the Most High won't deal with no woman, then fine. I won't deal with no woman. I'm not really looking, but if I find a good one, I'll be okay. Because It's not meant for man to be lonely. That's why the Most High created a partner. Okay, and it's not meant for women to be lonely neither. You know, with companionship. You know, and but you can't find it these days. You can't. You can't. You know, so brothers out there, just keep praying, dealing with the Most High. We're in the last days. We got to stay focused. We have to stay on point. Because we don't know. You know, how long we have left on this earth. We just gotta keep doing what we gotta do. You know, and the sister. I know there's good sisters out there. You know, I know it's finding hard to find a good man, and sometimes this weight don't look. It will come. It will fall. You know, but hey, some brothers rather be by themselves. And that's a lot of things happening. Some guys, the percentage is getting high of men that want to be by themselves, and I get it. I'm by myself, and I have no headaches. I come and go as I please, and I be come and go as I please anyway. If I was with a woman, um, but after a while, it gets lonely. I still have my needs, things like that. So, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Um, is that we got to keep on doing what we got to do to please the Most High, to work in our salvation. Our salvation is nearer than we believe, and things is really happening out there. We really got to keep staying strong, keep having faith, keep praying. Keep doing what's just. We are gonna fall. We will fall, but we'll get back up. Dust ourselves off and keep going. We have to do what's just and what's right. Stay away from wickedness. Stay away from evil. Okay? Stay away from evidence of evil, because it will bring you down. Okay? I thank the Most High, to give me chances, been patient with me, to be patient with others. Okay? Whether it's teaching, I see a lot of brothers out there that just brothers ask questions. They just like, nah, man, have patience. Have patience. As the Most High is patient with you, have patience with those. Okay? Have patience with those. And for that, brothers and sisters, I'm going to say, Shalom.